Hi everyone, welcome to our virtual info session about AIESEC Madison exchange program. My name is Elin, I'm the Vice President of Outgoing Exchange Team of AIESEC Madison. So here's our agenda. We're going to talk about what is AIESEC and what are our exchange programs, when you can go abroad and for how long you can go, where you can go, how many countries you can go, what are the program costs, and why you should choose AIESEC, and how to apply. So the first one is, what is AIESEC? AIESEC is the largest students-run organization in the world. It presents in 113 countries and has over 86,000 members. And what AIESEC does is basically facilitating exchanges. So we send people abroad to do different internships. We also source international talents come to Madison to do internships here. Here are some numbers about AIESEC. AIESEC internationally sends over 20,000 students abroad per year. For AIESEC Madison, we sent 57 students abroad in 2012 to different countries. So AIESEC Madison is one of the local committees of AIESEC US, and AIESEC US is one of the 113 countries that AIESEC presents in. So there's some more information about AIESEC Madison's impact in the past 2 years. These are the countries that we have sent people abroad before. All the countries that covered by PINGs are the countries that we've sent students to do internships or go to different international conferences of AIESEC. Presented in another way, here's a list of countries that we have sent those people abroad in the past 2 or 3 years, and the total country is 39 countries. So here are the exchange programs that you can do in all these countries. We have 4 different types of exchange programs: Go Volunteer, Go Teach, Go Business, and Go Tech Knowledge. Go Volunteer is basically you will work with the nonprofits or NGOs on community development projects. Examples will be HIV/AIDS campaign, environmental awareness, women empowerment. For Go Teach, working on curriculum development, promotion, teaching, and counseling in the education sector. You could teach English, or you could also teach different subjects. It could be long-term as well as short-term. Go Business are traineeships related to administration, finance, anything related to business. And Go Tech Knowledge includes traineeships such as software, web design, app development. For the first 2 programs, Go Volunteer and Go Teach, they belong to what we call the Global Community Development Program. They are more short-term, usually from 6 weeks to 8 weeks, and there's no payment. Go Business and Go Tech Knowledge are global internship programs. They are more long-term, usually more than 10 weeks, and with payment. And the payment depends on the countries you go to, the type of traineeships you do, as well as the living expenses of that country. So when you can go abroad and for how long? The duration is from 6 weeks to 18 months. The minimum is 6 weeks and the maximum is 18 months, a year and a half. And we're currently accepting applicants looking for going abroad between now and next October. Where you can go. AIESEC exchange programs are located in 113 different countries worldwide, which means that you have 113 different opportunities and choices. But we do have 6 different partner countries. The first one is China. So China has a lot of internships related to Go Teach and Go Business because there's a huge demand for native speakers. That's why they have a lot of positions about English teaching. And a lot of business in China right now are looking for expanding. They need people from Western cultures and to help them develop their business as well as some English education. China is our biggest partner country because they will provide traineeships specifically for U.S. exchange participants. Also, we have one of our U.S. national staff is right now working in China, working on this partnership. And if you want to go to China, you are not required to speak Chinese. English is fine. English is enough. So here's an example. This is CJ. He went to China last summer and he taught English in the English school for 3 months. It's a GIP, Global Internship Program. So he got a payment. He lived in an apartment with 2 other exchange participants from other 2 countries. And his major is real estate and he doesn't speak any Chinese. The second partner country is Colombia. Colombia has both a lot of global community development program and global internship program, but they have more teaching and business internships as China. So we may have a lot of stereotypes about Colombia. Actually, people are very friendly in Colombia and they really welcome people from other countries. We have sent a lot of people to Colombia before. Colombia has a very high quality traineeships available. Here are 2 examples. One of them is Jenny Follett and another is Catherine. They both went to Colombia last summer and stayed there for 3 months. Catherine worked in an all-girl Catholic school. The next partner country is Brazil. Brazil have more global internship program, business and technology. And they also have a lot of global community development program, teaching and working with the NGO. Most of the traineeship in Brazil will require Portuguese or Spanish. So here is an example about the traineeship in Brazil. This is Katie. Katie worked as a consultant in the companies as well as a school to talk about globalization, different cultures to the local people there. She went to Brazil last summer and she had a great time there. The next country is Egypt. Egypt has more global community development program than global internship program. Most of their program are like teaching, working with NGO, doing research. Some of the very famous programs of Egypt are UN Women or doing research about the desert. But if you want to go to Egypt, be really aware of the political issues and cultures there because the political situation is not very stable. There are still a lot of protests going on, and the Islamic culture is really different from the Western culture here. And I personally went to Egypt last summer. I stayed in Egypt for 6 weeks. I taught environmental issues in a school to kids from 5 years old to 12 years old. And I don't have any environment education background. But I did a lot of research myself and I designed the classes and activities with other exchange participants from 3 different countries. And I also traveled a lot. I basically went to all the temples and pyramids because I'm a huge fan of Egyptian cultures and history. So the next country is Hungary. Hungary has more global community development program than global internship program. The English is definitely required and sometimes the German is also required. So Hungary has a very high quality and large quantity of traineeship, and they also have a very good reception. A lot of our AIESEC national staff has been on exchange to Hungary themselves before, so the quality is definitely ensured. Czech Republic is another country that we really recommend our students to go to. Czech Republic is really similar to Hungary. It has both a lot of global internship program and global community development program. More business programs than Hungary, and they're also high quality and good reception and large quantity. So here's an example about the traineeship in Czech Republic. This is Hannah. Hannah did a global community development program in Czech Republic, but it's related to business. So she stayed there for 7 weeks. She worked with an international wastewater treatment company that presents in 32 countries. And she lived in a dorm in the university in Prague. And she traveled a lot to different countries in Europe after her internship in Czech Republic. Besides these 6 partner countries, we also have other great opportunities, but you're not limited to all these countries. As I mentioned before, you have 113 choices. Moving on, the next session is our program costs, but first I would like to review our application process first. So you need to submit your application on AIESEConline.net, and then we will review your application. Then you will have an interview with AIESEC Madison. If you're accepted, we will you have to attend the general preparation session. That is when we will raise your official exchange participants form and ID, and that is when the acceptance cost, $150, will be charged. After the general preparation session, we will assign you a EP manager, which is one of our AIESEC Madison member, to help you go through all the process and to help you get matched. After this process, when you officially sign the contract, that's the match fee will be charged. For Go Volunteer and Go Teach, it's $350. For Go Technology and Go Business, it's $600. After you sign the contract with the company or the hosting local committee of that country, you're officially matched. So the acceptance cost, $150, will give you the access to our database for 1 year, and this money is not refundable. The match fee is refundable only under certain circumstances when you break the match. For example, if there's some problems with your visa or the political situation in that country is really dangerous and you have to come back home, under those extreme circumstances, you could break the match and the match fee could be refundable. It's definitely secure. The next part I would like to talk about is why choose AIESEC, and I think there are 5 reasons that I think you should choose AIESEC. The first one is affordability. So compared to other programs such as study abroad or you just traveling to different countries, it's relatively affordable. You need to pay the application fee, the match fee, and the flight, and probably the visa application fee if the visa is needed. The insurance is covered by us, and so you don't have to pay the insurance fee. We're also partnership with Czech Travel, so you will get student discount when you book the flights. And accommodation is usually provided by the company you work for or the hosting local committee of AIESEC in that country. The next reason is the support system. You will always have AIESEC Madison here to support you before you're going abroad and also after you're going abroad. We also have outgoing preparation seminar. We will help you to have a positive mindset and give you cultural preparation as well as logistic preparation. After you're going abroad, we will also check in with you to see if you're doing well and to solve any problems and frustrations you have. And the third reason is the cultural immersion. Because you will work with the local people, live with the local people, instead of just being a tourist, you will experience what they experience every day. You will experience their daily life. You may have stereotypes about Colombia, about China, about Thailand, and those countries may also have stereotypes about the US. So work with these local people will really break down these cultural barriers. The fourth reason is the skill development. So for your future career, these are the skills that the companies are looking for, and through doing an internship in AIESEC, you can definitely develop these skills. You will work with the local people, you will also work with exchange participants from all over the world who have different backgrounds, who have different culture. This is definitely a really good way to develop your communication skill. You will become more independent after this internship. And the last reason is the leadership development. So we feel that doing an internship through AIESEC, you will definitely be put into a very challenging environment, such as a language barrier, such as a culture shock. But then you need to take a risk-taking attitude and be really positive about everything. Through these 2 processes, you will develop yourself and become a better version of yourself. Once you've become an official exchange participant of AIESEC Madison, there are some mandatory events you need to attend. So after all this information, the next step is how do you apply. The first one is information session, that is Czech, and then the second one is apply at aieseconline.net. After that, we will review your application and we will offer you interviews upon acceptance. First one is general preparation session that I mentioned before. This is when we will raise your official form and ID, and this is the acceptance fee, $150 will be charged. The second event is outgoing preparation seminar. It's April 27th from 3 to 8:30 p.m. The location is Union South. So you would get the logistic preparation, cultural preparation. We will also cover some important exchange policies that you need to be aware of before you're going abroad. So that concludes all the information about our exchange program, and thank you so much for listening. If you have further questions, please contact us at AIESECMadisonOGX@gmail.com, or you can check us on our website, AIESECUS-madison.org. We also have a partnership with International Internship Program. You could contact them as well for more information about how to get credits while you are doing an internship abroad through AIESEC. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.